Hello friend, and welcome to the final race in Formula G. It's round 6, we're at Dragon Trail Seaside II, and Yvonne has a mountain to climb. She needs to win this race if she wants any chance of winning the championship. And as you can see, there's a lot of E-Team Brit cars on that grid. They're going to try and get Yvonne to the end in first place if they can. We are away for 40 minutes of trying to not run out of fuel. Immediately, Arden jumps into first place. Tweetman, the current championship leader, right behind him. Then we've got Sophie as well. Sophie's going to try and slow down Tweetman. And there you go, she's passed. Oh no, but Tweetman fights back. As we head towards death chicane for the first time, we're likely to see some horrific things through there at some point during this race. Arden there going defensive, but Tweetman goes around the outside. Can he hold it? Arden comes back at him. Tweetman's out wide. He uses the momentum to keep himself ahead. And he is where he wants to be, where he likes to be, which is controlling the race. Meanwhile, where's Yvonne? Yvonne's down in 6th at the moment. So she's not had the best of starts. She needs to be getting on with it. Also, in this race, as Yvonne goes for 5th place, is she going to get that? She's trying to go around the outside. No, not this time. We've got Kaz in 7th, JDP Gaming in 8th, Dom there in 9th, and Ollie in 10th. We know that Ollie likes to come back at the end with a burst of speed. E-Team Brit now controlling this race. Tweetman a little way back. He's fallen into the clutches of John Boy. We've seen Tweetman and John Boy having some great battles this season. And I'm sure if John Boy races next season, then he's really going to be up there. Tweetman is saving fuel, I think. Saving fuel heavily. Season 2 will be on Gran Turismo 7. There's been some tweaks to the rules to try to make the racing a little better. But not too many tweaks. Oh, we've got somebody behind. Somebody around, rather. It's Sophie. That's not a place where we're pointing backwards, Sophie. So, Arden's out on his own now in first place. John Boy in 2nd, Tweetman in 3rd. Yvonne's made up to 4th. Can Yvonne catch up with Tweetman? She's hungry for this championship. She wants it. What she doesn't want to be doing, though, is burning off too much fuel too soon. It's a long race. Anything can happen. But if you use up too much fuel, then only one thing can happen at the end of the race, and that's that you're going to ground to a halt and not win. Obviously. John Boy doesn't seem to be making any kind of impression on Arden up front. If he wants to be slowing down Tweetman, Arden needs to be slowing himself down, because right now Tweetman's happily sitting in John Boy's slipstream, saving fuel. Look at his trace. Well, he's on full throttle there, but very, very low revs. So he must have the engine turn right down. Yvonne right behind him. She's pushing. You can tell she's pushing the way she's just closing in ever so slightly. Look at that big gaggle of cars behind, though. Grandpa with a whole lot of E-Team Brit cars. We've got Ollie making up to 7th already, so Ollie's doing a great job of carving his way through the field. Having said that, that is a barrier, Ollie. You do not want to be hitting that. So I shouldn't have said what I said about Ollie, because unfortunately I seem to have cursed him. Sorry, Ollie. Let's go back to the front. Let's stop cursing Ollie. Wow, Arden's really pulling away there, but he's been using some overtake. By the look of that, trying to give himself a commanding lead. John Boy there, not too far behind. And then Tweetman seems to have dropped out of the slipstream of John Boy, which has got Yvonne closer to him. This race is on, this championship is on. Sophie went down to 10th after that crash, already up in 5th. So she's pushing like crazy, despite the fact that she's not been using any overtake. And there's all kinds of battling happening in the midfield, but we're used to seeing that. so we'll let that resolve on its own and come back to it in a while. Yvonne looking ever so much closer to Tweetman now. She's 1.5 seconds faster than she was on the previous lap, so she's really shifting. But is she going to be using too much fuel? I think she's close to that slipstream now. Tweetman ahead of her. Here is Tweetman about to head into chicane. Good line through there. And for Yvonne too. So this race is about to become a battle rather than a procession. Behind, Sophie also catching up, doing 128, so she's looking good. How is the pace at the front? We're looking at 127 for John Boy. That's the fast lap of the race so far. Harden's also doing 127s. Tweetman's last lap was a 129, so Tweetman's conserving fuel quite heavily. Yvonne then reeled him in by 8/10 last lap. That's why she's so much closer. If she can just get in that slipstream, she can save fuel to the end of the race and use the extra fuel to just blast past. Sophie almost with Yvonne now. Maybe she can give us some nudges, give some more speed. Only back up to 6th, but he's battling with Kaz. And behind is Grandpa battling with JDP, so there's stuff happening up and down the field. But that is the fastest lap of the race there for Ollie. Now he's really motored his way back up to 6th position. This midfield pack doing a great job of staying more or less with the front pack. Speaking of front pack, how much closer is Sophie? She looks reasonably close to Tweetman's gearbox. Something's happened to Tweetman. He must have had an off somewhere because he's really struggling. Oh, Sophie again having a bit of an off there. Putting Cass into 5th, but yeah, Tweetman has dropped to 4th, so Yvonne now in 3rd. She must be pushing for the lead of the race if she wants to win the championship. Tweetman, of course, right behind. He wants to win as well. He'll be doing his damnedest to stop her. At the front, John Boy is catching Arden, I think. 129.2 last time round, 128, so he's not catching that much. That's just my eyes deceiving me on the radar there. The closest battle that really matters in the championship right now on the track is this one. Tweetman chasing down Yvonne. Is Yvonne overdoing the fuel saving? Is Tweetman overdoing the fuel usage? We are going to see. As always, we'll check every 10 minutes to see what the fuel usage is like on everybody's cars. We can use the fuel's little sections as a marker. As Tweetman goes around the outside of Yvonne on the way down to the hairpin. Don't be carrying too much speed through there, but carry plenty anyway. And that is how you do it. Brilliant. But did Yvonne let him past is the question. Is Yvonne looking for a tow? Well, they've had plenty of races now to really get their strategies down, to get the skill set that they need ingrained in their muscle memory. And really, we've come a long way since the first race when people were running out of fuel and not quite sure what to do. Everybody's got really, really good at their art now. Obviously, some of the drivers in this race aren't all that experienced. ET Brit brought a large contingent to try and help Yvonne. That's one of the rule changes for next season. There is a limit to team sizes. Up at the front, John Boy closing in on Arden now. Don't know if he's going to go for the lead or if he's going to just go for a slipstream. It's one of those things that we never know in this series. Someone's a long way back. Who's that? It's Ollie. So Ollie has had a big accident somewhere. We often see this with Ollie. He's so blisteringly fast, but when he makes a mistake, he makes a big mistake. Kaz and JDP gaming fighting there. Just up ahead, there's Dom going into 6th place. just getting past Grandpa there. Sophie's still in 5th. Going to give Yvonne some moral support. Yvonne's looking slow for some reason. I think she's had a bit of an issue. We always seem to be looking at the wrong car when something major happens, but never mind. We'll look at Yvonne now while she attacks Tweetman. And she's on the attack. That body language of that car, very aggressive. She's setting up very wide entries to the corners there. There's a heavy braking zone coming up here. Is Yvonne going to get through? Oh, but no. Sophie's swept past Yvonne there. Didn't expect to see that at all. So Yvonne's teammate not really helping her out there, more getting in her way, and that's dropped her into the clutches of the midfield pack, so that's a disaster. Perhaps a little bit of miscommunication there, or maybe Yvonne was just too heavy on the brakes. Too aggressive with the fuel saving. Perhaps they're actually going to try and get Sophie ahead of Tweetman to slow him down. There's definite tactics at play here. Yeah, Sophie there sitting on the apex. I'd like to think that would allow Yvonne to catch up, but I think she's about to defend against about 5 cars here. So Yvonne really needs to be looking behind as well as in front. And at the head of the pack, the head of the field rather, John Boy has caught Arden Basil, so I don't know if Arden's now pacing himself or if he's under pressure. Let's look at the fuel usage at the front. So I think everybody's on target. No, Tweetman saved a lot of fuel, but we do know he's the master of the fuel save. Yvonne saved about as much fuel as Tweetman, so that's good. Dom, he's on target. Grandpa's on target. GDP has lots and lots of fuel remaining. He's barely used any. Same with Kaz and Ollie, so everyone's on target. Everyone's fuel is looking good. We have a straight race on our hand. Everybody knows what they're doing. Like I said, they've had a whole season to practice this. What's John Boy up to? Because John Boy, he's a good tactician as well as being a fast driver. He'll sit there and he'll pounce when he needs to. Meanwhile, behind Sophie's got a little bit of a gap now to Tweetman, but there's a long gap to Yvonne because Yvonne's got bogged down in this fight with the midfield, and once you get trapped in the midfield, it is so difficult to get out again. As you can see, she's having to go defensive down there. Of course, oh, what a big accident there. I think that was Dom hitting the wall and bouncing back. Damage not on these cars. And we've got Ollie off again. Oh, Ollie. So fast but so clumsy. He's done a 123, so Ollie must have really turned the engine up. That's a very impressive time. At the front, John Boy there making no impression on first place, but Tweetman and Sophie fight him. These two side by side. Tweetman coming off better there. But at the top of the track, they're now on the run to the that long straight. Is Sophie going to get a slipstream on that straight? Let's stay with them. I don't think Sophie's using her overtake, which is something we've seen a lot of this season. Drivers either don't have it assigned or they don't remember they're using it. Sophie there looks like she could be conserving fuel. Not really as aggressive as we'd expected. Oh, Yvonne falling a long way back now. She's got Dom there playing rear gunner for her, trying to keep the entire field behind him. Hopefully that will allow Yvonne to just pull away a little bit and get back on with her charge. There's Ollie. There's Ollie. He's staying on the back of the pack. Come on, Ollie. You can do this. Let's make some places up. We can making places up. Sophie's still a little way behind Tweetman. So another thing that the Sophie can do to help Yvonne here is to fall back and let Yvonne pick up her slipstream. That's something they could do. They could slipstream each other. take it in turns, and that would help Yvonne to get back up to the front. With the 13th lap of racing now, John Boy right on the back of Arden. We've got Tweetman catching up as well. Sophie and Yvonne a long way back. It's looking more and more like a Tweetman win. Oh, that's John Boy in a wall. John Boy in a wall, and he's got damage to the front of his car. That is going to be Tweetman sweeping straight past. That was so unlucky there. Tweetman a little bit unsighted there by John Boy's car. That's a change there for the second and third place. Tweetman, of course, pushing. He wants to win this race. You know, it's one thing to be champion, but he wants to win the races as well. Very unlucky for John Boy. Down in fifth. You have to wonder just how Yvonne can get out of this. She really is bogged down right now. And it's something people have complained about this season. You know, once you're in that midfield mix, you are stuck there. Sophie now catching up with third and fourth, so it looks like Sophie might be looking to disrupt the run of Tweetman if she can catch up that much. John Boy, I think, is going to want to be making amends for that accident in the chicane. Is he going to have a go at Tweetman? I don't think anyone's too worried about catching up with Arden at the moment. They're just letting him run away at the front. Perhaps assuming that he's using up too much fuel. We are approaching the 20-minute mark, so how is this fuel? Everyone's got lots of fuel, so everyone's saving plenty of fuel. Everyone's done their testing, they know what to do. So with less than half the race to go now, we've got Tweetman in second, being absolutely harried by John Boy, but look up ahead. They're reeling in Arden in first place. Tweetman going for that first place spot where he likes to be, but can he do it? He's got around half a race left to catch up. That means half a race left where anything can happen. John Boy's been sat with him for quite some time now, but Sophie's been dropped. She might be able to pull herself back in. We'll have to wait and see how things go later on. That gap shrinking and shrinking at the front. We don't know who's going to finish first, second or third yet. You can't predict those things in these races. John Boy all over the back of Tweetman right now. He's looking very menacing. John Boy's been getting some really wide entrances to corners. He's doing it again. Look up onto the curb, trying to stay as close to Tweetman as possible. Is this a potential move? John Boy might be able to see up ahead that Arden is there and think maybe he can get a slipstream from the first place car rather than the second place car. Oh, Tweetman's back end kicking out as he tries to get away from John Boy in third place. These two so closely matched in this race. Is John Boy going for it? He's not on the overtake button, but he's in the slipstream. John Boy's going to try and go around the outside. But it doesn't even get to the braking zone. Looks like Tweetman there just lifted off. Perhaps Tweetman wants to sit back and do some slipstreaming. Or maybe he thinks that John Boy has a better chance of catching up to Arden and dragging him along also. We shall wait and see. Moving back a little bit. It looks like that middle pack has shrunk a little bit, down to just 3 cars, but Yvonne's still stuck there. So unless first, second and third all crash into each other, it looks like Tweetman could be on for a championship win, and here he is. He's got back ahead of John Boy. So maybe these two working together, although it looks like Tweetman got a dirty wheel there, so maybe he's been visiting the gravel for some Dan Deere overtakes. Sophie's caught up with these two now. They've fallen back a little bit from Arden. Well, they've been fighting and they've fallen into Sophie's clutches. She wants to take as many points away from Tweetman as possible. And yeah, she's really reeling them in. Let's have a look at her lap times at 126ers. So they're pretty good lap times for 127s for John Boy and high 126ers for Tweetman. For the front, Arden's in the 127, so he is showing a little bit of drop off on the pace. And his front tyres are looking a little bit worn. Oh, John Boy there leaving sparks in his wake. He tries to keep up with Tweetman. But Sophie now, she's in that slipstream for sure. And she's going to be wanting to do anything she can to get in front of these, to slow them down, take the points away from Tweetman, give Yvonne the best chance possible. Oh, this is on. 15 minutes of racing to go, and we have a battle on our hands. You can see the body language of Sophie's car. She's all over the place trying to position it, looking for any kind of chink in John Boy's armour. Does he have one? We've seen in the past that John Boy can be prone to running out of fuel, but he's got plenty of fuel for this race. He's managing it very well. And up ahead, they're reeling in Arden, so Tweetman and John Boy clearly have seen Sophie coming, and they've upped the pace a little bit. Yeah, both about the same time, 127 flat. Half a second faster than Arden in the lead, so yeah, this is about to become a four-way battle for the lead. Oh goodness, this is going to get spicy. We can be getting spicy. Sophie, she's going to try and make a pass through the chicane. Wow, that was a brave move. Really, really brave move there. Sophie and John Boy having to trust each other implicitly as they go to the latter half of that chicane side by side. It's hard enough when you're on your own, but wow, what a pass. That is impressive. Sophie absolutely on it. Tweetman is the next target. That 18 brick car, very, very menacing. Around the outside. Is it possible there? Yes, it is. So that's Sophie there, slipping into second place. Wow, that was quite a lap for Sophie. It was really, really pushing. And of course doing well to come back after that accident as well. It's a great recovery. Goodness me. Is Tweetman going to come back at her is the question. He's certainly trying to stay in the slipstream. Sophie doing everything she can to break that slipstream, but it's not enough. Tweetman is still with her. Not past her, but with her. But we've already seen that Sophie's very, very confident through that chicane, so I don't think Tweetman's going to be trying anything just yet. There you see the blue car absolutely planted. Or purple, take your pick. John Boy very, very close up behind Tweetman now. He's going to want to keep his place on the podium. John Boy, driver who has been using overtake. He's got plenty of overtake left. Doesn't be interested in using it right now. Probably use it for emergencies. And Tweetman, you can see how hard he's pushing there, kicking up dust, using every inch of the track. If you look at the track map in the top right corner, you'll see that this really is the only battle now. The others have all fallen away. It's going to take a catastrophic accident now from Tweetman to destroy his championship. But right now he's got to be weighing up risk versus reward. Yes, he wants to win. He wants to get past Sophie and Arden. But he doesn't want to bin it, because binning it will destroy his entire championship. If he stays where he is now, he is the champion of the series. And what a series it's been. Tweetman not really making a move on Sophie at this point. We're about to move into the last 10 minutes of the race, where Tweetman has so much fuel. Instead of Sophie, and Arden. Everybody's fuel saved really, really well, although Arden has used a lot of his overtake. So, maybe struggling with the pace as Tweetman there makes a very opportunistic move on Sophie. It's back into second place. I don't think he set that up. I think he just saw the gap and put his car in it. Sometimes that's all you can hope for. John Boy's fallen a little way back. But is John Boy going to have a go at Sophie's car as well? He'll want to get back onto that podium. We're approaching lap 23 now, and Tweetman has definitely turned up the wick. You can see Arden there on the overtake button, trying desperately to stay ahead of Tweetman. There's about 8 minutes of racing left, and then the drivers will get to finish whatever lap they're on. Can Arden stay ahead from Tweetman for that long? All the drivers seem to turn their engines up. We're going to see the lap times begin to tumble now. Tweetman wants that top spot. He's pushing hard for it. And it looks as though Arden's tyres are starting to go off at the front. Oh, almost banging into each other there. Arden just using his overtake again to stay ahead of Tweetman. But this could be a battle to the line. Because Arden's not making it easy. He's not making it easy at all for Tweetman. They're going to be pushing with everything they've got now. That last lap was a 1:24.6 for Tweetman, which is much faster than he has been. So he's definitely turned up his engine. He'll be using up all the fuel that he can. This time it looks like he's just eased back a little bit. I don't know if perhaps Arden's a little bit faster on this lap. But here we go. There's a slipstream, and the light's gone off on Arden's car, so he's all out of overtake. Nothing left to defend with, but his skill is going to cover off that apex. Can Tweetman go around the outside? He can, and he's made it stick. That is the pass for the lead for Tweetman. Oh, Arden's going to come back at him in the chicane. No, he's not. That first part of the chicane, incredibly difficult to pass through there. You're just asking for disaster. Here we go, another move. Oh, what a great battle for the lead this is. Well, it's hard to know which car to watch, but they're both in the same shot, so let's just make the most of it. And what of Sophie? Sophie's catching up. All the time this battling's going on, Tweetman and Arden are slowing each other down. That's going to allow Sophie to come back into play. John Boy seems to have dropped off. Not quite sure why. He's got a 1:30.6 last time, so he must have had an off somewhere. And nothing too major, but he's going to need to push to really catch up. Speaking of catching up, Tweetman's about to get back into that long slipstream zone, the main straight. And then we've got a very heavy braking zone at the bottom. Such a great overtaking place on this particular configuration of the track. Can Tweetman get that first place back? Oh, he's a few seconds down there from battling. He's got a fair bit of work to do again. So much happening. We've got John Boy there catching up in the background with Sophie. None of these top four places are certain right now. All we can do is just watch and wait and see. Oh, we've got John Boy there going on for a move on Sophie. Oh no! Don't know if they touched her, if Sophie got on the power too hard or too fast. But that's a disaster for Sophie. Can she catch up with just 5 minutes remaining? It looks like that really took some life out of those rear tyres there. John Boy in free air. Can he catch up with the leaders? And here are the leaders. Arden first, Tweetman second. 4 minutes of racing left, plus the lap that they're on at the time. So no more than 5.5 minutes. And they're going to be giving it everything. Tweetman, they're really abusing the apex, trying to keep up with the car ahead. pushing with everything he's got. We can expect to see a much quicker lap time from Tweetman this time round. It's 1:24 flat, so he's really giving it plenty. It was a 1:24.3 for Brian Basil, which was his fastest lap of the race. Arden Basil, Brian Basil, whichever way you want to look at it, but Tweetman is on him. Arden defensive. Oh, Tweetman with a very smooth line into the chicane there. He's so focused, so on it. And this is going to be his best lap of the race so far, presumably because of the slipstream and the car getting lighter as the fuel burns off. And look at that, that was a move under overtake. So that's the only bit of overtake that I think Tweetman was using the entire race. He's going to get himself into the lead. Can he hold it for the next few minutes? Well, he's already a second up on his previous best time, so Tweetman absolutely pushing like mad. Although that's going to slow him down, bouncing over the curb like that. Already putting out a little bit of a gap. Gordon behind him, who seems to just run out of steam. And behind them, John Boy's still quite a way off. Goodness, what a finish to the season this is. They're going to race for the win right down to the wire if it carries on like this. John Boy's away back, but don't count him out because there is in the back of the shot. If either of these two slip up, he's going to be there to pounce. Oh, but Arden there with a fuel warning, so he's burning off a little bit too much right now. Tweetman with just under a quarter of a tank of fuel, so he's done really well to save. He's on the overtake right now. Tweetman using all the resources available to him just to stay ahead of Arden, who may be starting to think about conserving the fuel now. Maybe he won't. It's all going to come down to when they cross the line and when the final lap begins, I suppose. Bit of a lock up there for Arden, and John Boy is reeling him in. Tweetman pulling away nicely. He did a 1:22.4 on that previous lap. That's a stormer of a lap. Wowzers. What about this lap? Is even faster? 1:21.7. Wow, just in a class of his own at the moment. But of course the overtake button probably helping too. Arden with a 1:23, so he's really dropping back. Could it be that he's having to fuel save? If he is, then John Boy is surely going to pounce him. John Boy, of course, also getting the first fuel warnings now, but they're going to just start creeping in, so he's probably got plenty of fuel to get to the end of the race. Look at this man, just scampering away. And I think the timer's about to actually hit 40 minutes, so this is going to be it. This was the final lap of the championship. Tweetman coming home to finish first in the race, first in the championship. What a season he's had. But you have to wonder if Yvonne had started the season at race 1 and done every race, would the points be closer? Maybe we'll find out next season. But it's Tweetman who takes victory at Dragon Trail 2. What a win it was as well. Arden barely crawling across the line. I think he's out of fuel in fact at that point. Sophie in third. So John Boy's had some sort of a mishap. Sophie gets the third spot on the podium. John Boy fourth. Here comes Yvonne in fifth. Grandpa sixth. Kaz seventh. And we've got Dom in eighth. Ollie in ninth. And JDP Gaming makes it 10. Wow. What a race it's been. What a season it's been. Here's the final points. As you can see, Tweetman wins, but only by 8 points. Yvonne came second. John Boy third. What a great season. Hopefully it'll be a better season next time out. Well, thank you for watching this video, for sticking with us. Thank you to the Discord, and thank you to the racers. Until next time, be good to yourself, be good to those around you. Bye bye for now.